And we have a keynote speaker with us who is Jernej Česen. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly, but Jernej joined Outfit7, one of the partners for this hackathon. He joined it in 2014, and he immediately brought entrepreneurial instinct and leadership skills to the company and to the team. His approach, and this is very interesting, his approach to the working life is a stew. When we combine things, different things that work well together. The essence of Outfit7 is to create games and the feelings they evoke. At Outfit7, they believe they can go even further together. They challenge the past and plan the future, always with quality assurance. I'm actually quite looking forward to your keynote, Jernej. I'm asking my colleague, Uros, right now. You will be putting everyone in a breakout room, correct? Yeah. Welcome, Jernej.
Hi.
So just a sec, you will be moved to the breakout room so the judges can vote on the different teams.
Actually, the judges will be moved.
Apologies. Yeah. It's the other way around. So we will be moving away from you, actually. Okay, I see the breakout room window popping up. Good luck, judges.
I hope that they will survive judging, because congratulations to everyone. I was listening to the pitches, and the first thing that it was amazing that you were all in the time slots. So really strict, direct, you had the solution. And I like this approach that it was starting simple, but big thing. Go for a big story at the end, and you have a really specific goal. You were not oriented, oh, what are the tools, but you wanted to find a solution for a specific problem. So this was really cool. And also thanks for this kind of introduction. You pronounced Jernej really well. To help you out, you can also call me Jerry the Garlic. It's in English. So this is how we call each other in our company. Okay, before sharing the screen, I need to comment a little bit on the presentations. As I said, I like the simplicity of the approach, what you wanted to solve, how you were solving it. Then one thing that also popped out was the data collection. All of you mentioned, hey, we need to collect the data, then we will have the bot behind, and we will find the solution. This is the key essence of everything. And what is the next step there is we need to collect the data, and we need to make use out of that data, which is actually one of the key essence that Outfit7 is working with. So what I'm going to talk to you about today, the first thing is the title of the presentation is actually the digital pollution, because I wanted to somehow follow up after the job that you did. So how to help the sustainability, the green approach of all the countries, everyone that is living on this planet. And you need to be aware that there is also a huge pollution going on the digital world. I don't know what stopped, but I will just continue.
Yeah, you can continue. Apologies, the recording stopped. Sorry.
No problem. So let's go with sharing the screen. Do you all see the presentation? Okay. So first part is going to be about Outfit7, just that you get an idea what Outfit7 is. For sure, I hope that you are all gamers and that you play some kind of games and you spend time in the digital world. Then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the digitalization, what is happening there, and then the not simple approach, but actually how we look at it and how we think that we can actually all contribute to make the world, digital world, more clean. I think that you all have your phones really close to you. Is someone there that's without the phone? You have them. And you know that you are actually carrying in your pocket the most powerful weapon that is existing right now on the world. Everything that you are doing is actually connected with your phone. You have your bank accounts there. You have all your friends there. You have all the social connections there. everything is interconnected. And with all this data, if you collect them in the right way, you can manipulate the words in each direction that you want. So about Outfit7, I wanted to show you first the corpo video, but I will go with one that was created there 2 years ago when we were celebrating the 10th anniversary of Outfit7. And we also reached one of the biggest milestones of the company. So it was 10 billion downloads on the worldwide level. I hope that sound will work. Just put thumbs up if you will hear the sound.
We're Outfit7. We've been making games for 10 years. Our apps have been downloaded 10 billion times. Our videos have 40 billion views. And our characters have been poked, slapped, and sent to the toilet too many times to count. But it wasn't always like this. Let's take a trip way back in time. All the way back to... whoops. To 2009. People were getting smartphones and using them to watch viral cat videos. The future was here. But a small team had a dream to bring fun to the whole world. We thought about what we liked, what made us laugh. Then we put that into a game. We knew this had to be what we were looking for. It was everything we wanted.
Hello, I'm Tom.
And sure enough, something clicked. Then it kept on clicking and clicking.
Check out my cool app.
Talking Tom got a group of great new friends.
Bonjour, chérie.
And then it really clicked. And our ideas grew more than ever before. We had toys, videos, Hollywood appearances, and, of course,
The final frontier.
lots and lots and lots of games. Our big dream was really happening. The world was having fun with us. But this guy didn't do it alone. What started with 8 people in a garage became a growing family of hundreds of fun-loving kids at heart all around the world. And even more kids at heart who work with us and share our big dream. Hey, that's you, our lovely friends and fans. With your help, a lot has changed in the last 10 years. But one thing has always stayed the same.
Hi, I'm Talking Tom.
We never stop asking, how will we help you have fun today? And how will we keep you having fun tomorrow?
So what is the point of this video and the entire story of Outfit7? Once upon a time, there was not a game. There was just a bunch of guys, 7 guys that were thinking big, the same as you are thinking in this hackathon. And they were not thinking, hey, let's create a game, but they were looking what are the needs out there on the market. So there was a growth. In this plot, you can see of the smartphone shipments. At that time, no one was really thinking, hey, what to do with those phones, but they were just there. And what they were thinking is, okay, how to use these phones as a tool and create something big, how to create something that is going to be a trend. They wanted to be trendsetters. And they figured it out that actually carrying the phone around, it means also carrying potentially entertainment around. And there was just idea what to do. They tried different things. And then in one moment, they figured it out that what is connected with having fun, taking care, and solving certain needs of the user of the phone. They found the character there. It's just a Tom. This was a tool. It was just a 3D character out there on the market without any personality. They bring him the personality. You can see here what was the investment. It was like nothing. Many of you in the presentations also put there the numbers, how much the investment is going to be. It was not important how much you invest into it, but it's more what are you aiming for. And they were aiming, okay, let's create the new brand out of it. And what it resulted out of it? It resulted that in 2010, when no one was actually thinking about it, Outfit7 was the first one when it comes to the gaming industry, how many downloads they generated and how big they became. These two pictures here are just showing the 10 years anniversary report that Apple released last year. And Talking Tom and Talking Tom 2, the sequel of it, is the only game in 10 years that was there on the top charts when it comes to the downloads. Same goes for the Google plots. So when you are installing the games, and overall downloads on the worldwide level, my Talking Tom, the game that was released 4 years after that original Tom, it's still the most downloaded app on the entire world. So thinking big, it resulted in this direction. But because they wanted to ride this wave, they were also thinking, hey, what about adding the new characters? So they started to create sequels. They were putting new characters in, because this is the simplest way how you can increase the entire ecosystem. But few things didn't work. What means didn't work? They were still bringing millions, but is this the only metric that you need to look at, or there is something else? And in reality, we were just adding on top. So this is how many active users we have on the monthly level. But these are also all the characters and all the games that were killed to keep just these ones alive on the store. This is connected to this digital pollution. You can actually simply throw the games out because the development obstacles, you are all aware of these obstacles. That means how much you need to invest to develop certain product and how much you need to invest to actually distribute it, so penetrate to the market. The creation investment is really small. Every one of us has the phone, every one of us has a laptop, and you can simply go there, start writing a code, you can create the game, you can create the app, ship it out. But if you want to succeed, you will need to invest, and you will need to invest a lot. And different companies during these years, when they see that there is a potential, there is a money on the market, just simply started to create new games, started to create new apps and throwing them out. What we did, we actually said, no, if the game is not contributing to the entire ecosystem, we simply wanted to kill it, because we want that just the games and the things that we are doing will go forward and will bring additional value to the users. At the end, is this resulting in the way that Outfit7, as an entire company, it's constantly for the last 10 years, one of the biggest publishers of the games on the entire world. And our games are constantly on the top charts when it comes to the, most downloaded games on the market. And when it comes to the data collection, this is just amount of data that we collect on daily basis. So it's 10 terabytes of data, different data that we have. Why is this so important? I said that you are carrying your weapons with you. This is the data that you are not collecting from you, but you are sending on your, based on what you are clicking there, this data, not just to us, but to everyone out there. And this data is simply just flying around and everyone can access to it. And if he is smart enough, he can just collect it in the way that he will benefit the most. If there are so many games, so many different apps out there, it's really hard to get to one that you want to actually use. So what is happening there? The big companies are taking it over. Google, Apple, what are they doing when you go and search for certain app? You start typing one keyword and they are already suggesting you which app you are going to download. And just a question, you can write the answer in chat. Do you know how many applications do you have on your smartphone right now? Anyone with answer? On average, more than 40 apps. But do you know how many of them do you really use? I saw Luca saying 5. Yeah, it's around between 5 to 10. And all others are just simply trash there. They are taking your phone memory. They are actually polluting the entire digital world because of that, because they are there. They are still sending the data around and no one is using them. So this is this blindness that is happening all the time. How to solve this problem? Again, it's the responsibility of all of us. Here is the map of the world and where we are present and how many users do we actually have. We are talking of the amount of almost 500 million of monthly active users of our applications. And we are present all around the world. So this is giving us another level of responsibility when it comes what we are releasing, for whom we are releasing, and what kind of data we are collecting on the back. When it comes to the number of downloads, the video that I was showing to you, there was a number of 10 billion downloads 2 years ago. Right now, we are on the 70 billion plus. The first one that is following us right now has just a third of these downloads when it comes to the gaming. I already mentioned almost 500 million of monthly active users. We also have the video content, we have the physical products, and we are really thinking about the ecosystem as one unique thing. So going from the physical world to the digital one. When I said that there is a huge, not pollution, but saturation with the applications out there on the market, you can see it here. So when it comes on the annual level, we are talking on the annual level of around 34 billion downloads of just in the gaming industry. But the majority, so more than 80% of all downloads are coming from 1% of the publishers. So all other games and things that are released out there are, we can call it trash. And where we are as at Outfit7, right now we are owning around 7% of those 80% of total downloads when it comes to the gaming industry. What is our mission? And this is really connected with how we are dealing on the market, is actually delivering the fun. There are no actual numbers behind it. And when I joined the company 7 years ago, my actually core is coming from the finance. I'm one of those worst species of the financial guys. I was studying accounting. I was in charge for doing M&As. And when I was pitched to, hey, would you like to join the company because we need someone to create the financial spine of the company? I said, yes, sure, it's cool. And my first question was, hey, could you tell me what is your budget for the next year? What are your plans for the next year? And the owner, because the company was still small at the time, simply said, we don't have any plans. No, what is the budget? I say, how the hell can you operate without any numbers behind? Because I was really KPI driven guy. And he said, no, we are simply aiming for stars. We know that whatever we are going to do, we want that it's going to be without any numbers. We want to surpass all the expectations out there. And what we are aiming right now, we want to be the leader in next generation of entertainment. What is the keyword here is actually the next generation. So we don't want to stop where we are right now, but we are all the time exploring. So we are looking what is the next opportunity there, what could be the next thing where we are the trendsetter. What is happening there on the digital world? The curves of the evolution of the products is completely the same as in any other industry. We can here go to the production of the cars. You have the first phase of the experimentation, then you go to the expansion and mature phase. And with these phases, everything is connected. In first phase, when it comes to the experimentation, everyone is just installing. Remember it yourself, some of the people here on the presentation are at my age or a little bit older. And when the smartphones started to go out and there were a lot of applications there, what we were doing, we were just installing, trying. Then in this expansion phase, what you do, we started to actually use this thing because it became popular, we know what we want and we were using it. And what is happening right now in the entire world, we want to squeeze as much as possible out of our customers. So it goes focus into the monetization. Out of all, on the entire population, which is approaching 8 billion people in the entire world, more than 66% of the people are already owning their own smartphones. And more than 60% is right now using the internet. And out of these people that are using internet, more than half of them are actively participating. So more than half of the entire population is already participating in different social media channels. So Facebook, Instagram, all other things that we have there. This is really connected with this, how big is penetration of the smartphones and coverage of Wi-Fi across the world. It's getting bigger and bigger. Some areas are completely already saturated. So we can actually benefit out of it. When it comes to where the biggest share of the traffic is going through, it's through the mobile phones. So more than 50% of people that are there online are online with using the smartphones. Laptop, PCs, it's representing more than, just a little bit more than 40%. Tablets are completely out and other devices are actually not existing. So the phones applications are taking over the world. How much time do we spend right now? It's more than 4 hours per day when it comes to the spending our time on average on the mobile phones in different kind of digital world. And around half of this time is spent again on the social channels, just around 9% into the gaming industry. The strongest platforms out there in the digital world, again, are the social networks. So all the data that you are sharing there is going through it, and then other developers are using this data. We have access to it. And now this was about the market. And now let's go to the digitalization. We all faced this Corona crisis 2 years ago when it was the first lockdown. Do you know what was happening during that period with the digital industry? It was actually the most flourishing period for us. We faced instantly the increase of the downloads monetization for more than 30%. People were staying at home, they were playing more, they were more online because there was nothing else to do. And what was happening with the not digital industry? They all want to go into the digital world. Just think about the e-commerce. If companies were not having the online stores before, at that time, everyone was doing their own web pages, web stores, going into the e-commerce. And here is a really simple example. So we have a normal store and we have a digital app store. And we have two persons there. So this is the Tom. It's an ordinary guy. He was used to go to the store. He wants to be trendy, so he was buying his shoes, he was buying his dresses out there. And on the other side, we have the boss. So the one that's a top boss of one corporation, and he simply wants to rule the world. So he wants to do big numbers when it comes to the profit. What Tom, so this ordinary guy, enjoys was actually the customer support that was happening there. So why he wants to go to the store? Because there was a nice lady that looked at him and told him, yeah, but you know, this shoes is not the right one for you. Maybe you should choose this one. And at the end, he was really happy because he was the baddest ass out there. And the boss was thinking, okay, how I can increase this? So I need to buy a new facility there. I will create a new store there. I will go with the marketing campaign just to make more money. And then suddenly COVID hit us all. So instantly we were locked in and there was nothing to do. And this ordinary Tom, because he was not able to go around and start and buy the stuff that he wants or explore the different things, he was exploring the world through his comp. So he was browsing the web. And he figured it out that doing the first purchase through the internet, so online, it's not that hard. You just need to do it once. And imagine yourself, the first time that you did the purchase through the online, it was hard because you didn't trust the system. You didn't really know, is the article actually coming to me? what is actually happening in the end. The second time was much easier. The third time you didn't even thought about it. You were just doing, yes, buy, buy, buy. It's this syndrome of first thing, I need to do it, but then it's all the time, every time it's much easier. And this ordinary Tom, in this COVID time, he started to buy. And there were online shops that were actually capable to deliver the things. But there is also this traditional boss that he's just so numbers are going down, no one is buying because the shops are closed. So what is the solution? Yeah, okay, let's go on web. I will need to create the online shop. And because he's a big boss, he was thinking really big. So he decided, no, I will not just do the online shop, but I'm going to employ the data scientists, because everybody is talking about the BI, everyone is talking about the artificial intelligence, machine learning, these kind of things. So he gathered a team of the scientists there that will handle this situation for him. Tom is still buying, boss is waiting. What these analytics guys are doing, they are collecting the data and analyzing them, putting them together, dissecting the user. They wanted to figure it out, what is the best approach to them. And finally, Tom is still buying, but the boss is not satisfied. You know why? Because of all this amount of data that machines were just collecting together and dealing with it didn't actually at the end reflect the proper user, but they were reflecting the sum of different pieces of data that were there on the market. And analytics actually killed the business out of it. Why? There was one really nice question about these smart trash cans. Who is going to deal with the system behind? There is no system. There is always a person behind that deals with it. And what we need to focus when we go to the digitalization, it's not business, it's not even the product, it's not the word. At the end, it's user. You need to figure it out, what is the user needs, why you are doing something, what kind of the problem you are actually solving at the end. For me, really simple thing to say it. Do you remember how many different sorts of potatoes were existing on the market maybe 10 years ago? I remember just 2 of them, actually 3. It was a normal white potato, it was a red potato, and it was a sweet potato. Now go into the store, and how many different type of potatoes you will find there? It's white, red, it's fried, then potatoes that are just cultivated to make a smashed potato. There is a potato that actually doesn't taste as a potato. So we created the needs of the market, and everybody is now buying these different kind of things. Same goes for the ovens or dishwashers. Do we really need to have there a touch screen on dishwasher? No, in reality, we just need a dishwasher. But it's really cool to have a dishwasher with a touch screen, because if my friends come to visit to me, I can say, hey, I'm really trendy, I have a dishwasher with a touch screen. So we are actually all creating the needs. And if we are able to create the needs that it's really useful for the world at the end, and it's going to become the viral one, everyone is going to use it. I can simply imagine this charging flowers that one of the groups was presenting. If you can make this out that you are really cool to be there, that you are charging your phone, your electric bike there, and everybody will come there, you just change the behavior of the users. And this is what we are all doing there. So at the end, what we believe that it's a key essence to succeed with every project that you are doing. Things are really connected in between. You shouldn't never look at it as a simple garden, that you are just solving one problem, but you need to think really big at it. So go for a big picture. Don't do the assumptions, because making assumptions is actually making ass out of you and me. You need to think about what are the actual facts. And for me, at least, the most important thing is whatever you are doing, you need to think in the way that you can explain it to the kid. So if you are using the big words, as we are also doing it in the gaming industry, when the product comes to me and say, hey, we are going to create something really big, it's going to be asynchronous play multi-layer complexity, characters, adaptation, and these kind of things, what is coming in my mind is what the fuck this guy is saying. What I need to do is actually, okay, Ante, because this is the guy that is holding the production, can you please simply explain me what is this? And when he goes, yeah, this multi-layer complexity is actually, no, you will just be beating and competing with other guys there. Okay, simply explained. Now I know how I can position this thing on the market. Asynchronous play. What this means, yeah, actually you can go to the toilet, play the game, and next time when you will be returned, you will still be competing. So you don't need to be there at that exact time where you are playing. So it's again going really simple. And whatever you're doing, try this and explain it really easily. One example, what I did once, it's we are using these fancy not known words on the meeting, and at the end we said, okay, next time we will rejoin and you will need to deliver what you wanted. And guys simply didn't deliver because they didn't understand it. So you need to ask them, always ask why, and try to make a really simple solution. Another thing is the tool that you are using. So artificial intelligence, all the data that you have there, machines, these are all just the tools. And why this picture here? Okay, this here is the bike, but most probably, if you go a little bit back in your mind, for example, skiing, there is usually a guy on the ski slope with the top sheet equipment, but he doesn't know how to do the proper skiing, but he has the top sheet equipment there. So this is usually happening with us. We are buying and subscribing to all potential databases, we are buying all the fancy tools, but at the end we don't know how to use it. 10 years ago, when I was still working in Mercator, we wanted to build a BI. And one day, one of my colleagues called me and said, hey, Jernej, come to me, and say, okay, look at this table. It's like, okay, you have a table. Yeah, but look, I don't have just this table, but actually it's like this big. And I have also another screen. I collected this and this amount of the data. And I was listening to him, and then my question is, okay, you have the data, and what now? I don't know, but I have the data. So this is the problem that is usually happening there. We have the tools, we have all the equipment, but we don't really know how to use it. So it's not about the solution, it's about the approach. You need to know what you want to achieve, and then at the end, you will find the solution. Stop, reflect, reassemble, and focus. Focus on those things that really count. Don't be lost in some small details, because then you're going to be lost forever. And what is the thing that we have all in the pocket? It's also this wild card, so a joker. We need to know how to use it, and we need to use it smartly. In one side, if you use the joker smartly, you can do crazy things and you can really make a breakthrough. So don't be afraid and put the balls on the table. And on the other side, when you collect this kind of data that we do, and that you have the access to this amount of users that Outfit7, for example, do, it's also the responsibility. If you use the wildcard in the wrong way, you can actually not just destroy the company, but you can actually negatively affect the entire ecosystem that is existing out there. So this is actually the last slide that I have here. What I would say that I would like that you keep in your head, think big, don't be afraid of new challenges, and be kid. Keep the child that it's there inside of you, and you will be able to achieve big things. Thanks.